I am Mark Larrabee, and I'm just in the Common Ground Fair, plus all the other fairs that I would have been to this year. This year had kind of an easy summer, really. And this is some of my yolks I got. This is my 8-inch yolk that I use on my big cattle. It's yellow birch, and these bowls are ash bowls. And I've got a sliding staple in here so that I can, like if one's a little stronger than the other, or if you've got a bigger steer than the other, you want to give him a little more of a, you slide it toward that one, toward the other one is the strongest, or you leave it even. And this is, these 3 holes, you put them in to make the yoke, to adjust the way it's going to ride on them, or where this is. Usually I just have it in the center. And I got one of these hooks, because I take the chain and hook into this rather than the other style, because sometimes, like when I used to pull in the farm poles, you weren't allowed to have a helper, so I could shorten the chain up or lengthen it out from the front of the cattle. And this is a 6-inch yoke that this one's got a sliding staple also, and it's got a ring, so you could use this ring on a pole. I couldn't hook, I'd have to put something else on here different to be able to haul a pole for a wagon or a scoop. But I have put one on here before in the wintertime. This is a 6-inch yoke, and a lot of people think it's all worn out and it's old and it's rough. But this yoke here is one of my prized possessions right here. This yoke will always rides good on the past years. You put this yoke on and it rides good. This yoke isn't as old as people think it is. Just the guy who had it used it a lot. This yoke is probably bought out 200 cord of wood. That's a lot for a little yoke like this. I've yarded a lot of wood with it. The guy who made it, he yarded over 100 cord. I know he did, using this yoke on a little pair of jerseys. But the guy was a real good yoke maker, and this is one that he made, and he's was always tinkering and fixing up his yoke so they fit the cattle right. This one here will always fits the cattle good, rides good on the neck, the draft is always right. And this has got some other, this one here would be, you'd put that big ring, a pole in that big ring, and sometimes people don't drop a pin in, they run a chain up hook into this. And this here is for, because this guy had one that kind of bowled ahead, so he put that on there to help keep him back. But I use it. It comes in handy for hanging your chains on when you're going back and forth in the woods. And this is, like I said, this is one of my prized yokes right here. I'm Mark Larrabee from Litchfield, Maine. This is my pair of 3-year-old shorthorns, Dan and Max. There were 3 last April. They're not as big as some other shorthorns might have been for this age, because they're other first calf heifers. They were very small, real small on the bottom, but they've grown now. And I've competed with them at fairs and worked them in the woods, and I've scolded, hauled them, showed them, best trained. I did plow my garden last spring with them. It was the last time I had them out last spring with all that's going on. I'll probably use them again this winter in the woods. This is the first time I've had them yoked since May, 1st of May, and they're acting, once you get a pair broke, they usually remember it when they get to be this old. Unlike a pair of calves, so they'll forget a lot. They'll forget a lot, but you use them a lot and they remember it. These are milking shorthorns. Every year I've gone to Common Ground Fair, I've always taken it. I might not use it, but somebody else did. It's been hauled by oxen and mules and horses, but everybody's always used it out there. We always share our equipment. And even one year I went out and I plowed ground with it. Another year I went out and I dug potatoes with it. Something I'd never done before. With my oxen, and with this we dug potatoes up. And I plowed my garden this spring with it, with my big cattle. And we've taken it around other plowing events and used. Come on, come on. one time, milking shorthorns or Durhams were the most common breed of oxen there was. Everybody always liked to have a pair of shorthorns. You know, I like them, I prefer them. I've had other breeds, but I like the shorthorn probably the best. Or a shorthorn cross, I like a shorthorn cross. A shorthorn Holstein cross is very good steer. And these steers here are very good color. Being out in summer, out in the pasture all summer, they don't bleach out. It's hard to get good dark red milking shorthorns nowadays compared to what they used to get in the old days. These have been out in the pasture all summer, and if I had to had them in the barn, but they weren't out in the pasture all the time, they would have been a lot darker red, which people prefer. Darker the better. They like these red Durhams. Come on. Come on.
This pair of cattle, Dan and Max, they always have their eye on my father. No matter where he is, in the show ring, working at home, they're always watching him.
Back up, back. Back man, back. Back up, Dan. Back, Max. Back. Back up. Back. Move. I got the bees all busted in the woods. That's something I would do. I would walk behind them if I was back up on the log or a piece of farm equipment. I would have to stand. And when I get up, I've always told 4-H's and stuff that when you get hooked on and you walk up in front of them, stand there for a while. Don't get in the habit of taking off as soon as you get up there, because that's a bad habit to get into.
We've all have lots of important things that we've learned from this team, and there's lots of generations here, so I kind of wanted to point that out. I'm Melinda Robinson. I'm the daughter of Mark Larrabee, and then there's Lauren Robinson. She's my daughter, and then this is my nephew Preston Larrabee. We've all driven and been to the Common Ground Fair. We've all exhibited there. We enjoyed always going. Maybe you wouldn't see Preston or Lauren maybe coming up in the next years just because school's I think a little bit more busy for them, but we all have a passion. We all have the same drive for the cattle, and we're just happy to share this with you. And this is probably one of my favorite pair of steers right here, even though they're not particularly mine. They're very honest, they're very handy, they've gone well for all of us. Like I said, we've all driven them. So it's just nice to have this family tradition that we've passed along to everybody.